Of all the arrogant, rude attitudes.
Well, what did I do?
Not you. That Father Dillon.
The priest is going to marry you?
Was going to marry us.
What happened?
Well, he claimed that Victor was so-called negative about Catholicism.
I'm not at all negative about Catholicism.
I know. That's exactly what I told him. But he said that you questioned why the Catholic belief in an afterlife should have any more merit than the Buddhist belief in reincarnation.
That was a simple philosophical question.
Well, of course, that's what I told him. I was sure you didn't mean anything by it.
Of course not. All I said was he was a little rusty on some of the details of the great renunciation of Gautama Siddhartha.
But he felt you were claiming you knew more about theology than he did.
Victor speaks to everyone like he knows more than them.
I beg your pardon?
Well, it's true. Maybe if you explained that to the priest, he wouldn't be so offended.
My defense of Victor was totally unsuccessful. I'm afraid that I was so furious that he was belittling Victor's knowledge that I just got too worked up, and now he's upset with me.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Who knew he would take it so personally? I'll go right over there and I'll apologize.
No, it's too late.
For what?
He's refused to marry us.
Well, if he's going to be that hard-nosed about it, I'm not sure I want him performing our ceremony anyway.
It's a moot point, Victor. The wedding is off. Hi.
Sorry I'm late. I almost didn't make it at all.
Emergency at work?
Yeah, a car crash victim came in when my shift was ending.
Oh, happy ending?
Yeah, she's gonna be fine.
Good. For her and for us. I'd have hated putting on hold our first official date in I don't know how long.
Yeah. Me too.
Something to drink?
Well, it depends. Did you want to go out for a quick bite?
Oh, I don't know if I could eat anything right now.
Why not?
Well, I have the same sort of butterflies in my stomach that I had the very first time we went out.
I know what you mean.
Hello? This is she. Hold on.
Who is it?
It's the airline I used to ship Sebastian's body back to New Orleans. This shouldn't take long.
Do what you have to do.
Excuse me, I was paged.
Yes, line 2.
Dr. Ramsey.
Hi, honey. Miss me?
Well, well. That isn't my little poopsie bear.
Don't sound so surprised. You know I'd never lose touch with my beloved fiancé and designated baby smuggler.
I take it you've regained telephone privileges.
Gosh, you are quick. Tell me, what was your first clue?
Now, be nice, or I won't bring you any more gifts when I come visit.
My doctor is still blaming you for the last gift you brought.
Yeah, well, she can't prove that I brought you those scissors.
She doesn't have to. She still won't let you in to see me.
Well, then you'd better hope your little bundle of joy doesn't arrive too soon.
Which brings me to our second problem. Once you get my baby away from this place, who's going to take care of her while you're at work?
I hate to break this to you, but there aren't too many nannies looking to nail down a job with a serial killer.
You'll be doing the hiring, darling, not me.
And when the questions start to fly about where the baby came from, I should just say,
You'll figure something out.
well, your faith in me is touching.
You'll find a suitable nanny. Assuming, of course, you still want half the profits from the patent on DO 56.
Okay, wait a minute. You know what? I think I hear Mary Poppins knocking at my door right now.
Hi, everybody. I'm free. Not only do I have the rest of the day off, but I have tomorrow off, too, so I have plenty of time to paint my nails to match my bridesmaid's dress.
That won't be necessary.
Oh, yes, it will. I hear you cannot even go near a wedding party without all of your accessories matching your dress. I think you explode or something. Hey, I know what. Why don't we open up a bottle of champagne and celebrate? Start this party early.
There's no reason to celebrate.
Oh, yes, there is. Tomorrow is the day that you
The
guys...
day we don't get married.
What?
We seem to have hit just a little snag.
Little snag. Me and my big mouth offended the priest, and now he won't marry us.
Father Dillon thought he was being confrontational when he was just being Victor.
Victor tried to educate the good father on the finer points of Buddhism.
Are priests supposed to be so overly sensitive?
Well, the point is we have this big wedding planned for tomorrow and nobody to perform it. Oh, my gosh, I can't bear to think of all the people we've invited and the money we've spent.
Can't you get another priest?
No, not at that church. When Father Wysocki died, this one took over and he runs that show.
Then what about another church?
On such short notice, Monk, these things are booked months in advance.
Well, what about the Port Charles Hotel? Okay, then, the... Right here at the lighthouse. That would be
Good
great.
idea.
I wish I could say getting married in a church on consecrated ground doesn't matter, but it does.
Well, we're going to work something out.
I don't see how. I have to get to the hospital and finish my work, and by the time I'm finished, there's no time to arrange anything.
Well, I got us into this mess, and I'll get us out. I promise. What did I tell you? We're not even married yet, and already I've made Mary miserable.
But not for long, Victor. Now, if Mary wants to be married on consecrated ground tomorrow, and you just want to get married tomorrow, then we will find a way. It's just that simple.
Is everything okay?
No. I have to go to the airline shipping office to, fix a problem with the freight.
What freight?
Sebastian's body.
The airline's called Sebastian's Body Freight?
Sebastian, he was this person. He had a life, family, friends. No, now he's been reduced to a parcel. It's just so insensitive.
Ellen, are you going to New Orleans for the funeral?
He wanted us to go together. It just wouldn't seem right, going to New Orleans after he died.
I see. Ellen, you know, there's an elephant in the room here. Neither one of us wants to mention it.
I know.
See, the truth is that things have changed between us. And if we don't figure out why, there's not much of a future for us.
Things changed because I wasn't honest with myself or with you from the very beginning about the effect that Sebastian was having on me.
Well, there must have been something wrong between us before Sebastian ever got here. He wouldn't have been able to break us up.
Maybe in retrospect we held too much back.
Well, I never kept anything from you, Ellen. What were you holding back?
I couldn't articulate what I was feeling because I didn't understand things until now.
Understand what?
That I never completely got over the loss of my husband. Sam's death, it was so sudden, so unexpected. I was so completely overwhelmed that I think a part of me just shut down.
And Sebastian touched that part of you.
Yes, I think maybe he did. You wanted me to be honest.
I want the truth.
The truth is, I needed time with Sebastian to gain closure over my loss of Sam.
No one expects to be widowed before the age of 25. And I know that that'll always be with you. But I thought that I was the person that you'd chosen to help heal that.
You are. But I needed Sebastian, too. Maybe it's because he had a perspective on death that only someone who's dying can have. I never meant to hurt you.
If you understood what was going on, you would have explained it to me.
Thank you. I'm sorry I let Sebastian come between us. It's the last thing I wanted to happen.
You still have to fix that shipping snafu, don't you?
I do. I am really sorry.
Would you like me to come along? A little moral support?
That would mean a great deal to me.
Let's go.
Dr. Carby, 410 East. Dr. Sherry Carby, 410 East.
Excuse me. Are you a doctor?
Yes,
I'm hurt pretty bad here.
I can see that. Let's get you down to the ER.
No, I'd rather you took care of me right here.
They're better equipped for trauma in the ER.
Never mind. I don't need help anyway.
Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. You really need to get an ice pack on that. Are you hurt somewhere else?
I think I cracked a couple ribs.
Somebody really worked you over, huh? You talked to the police?
Oh, if I wanted to do that, I wouldn't mind going to the ER now, would I?
Guess not. You want to tell me what happened?
I'm in a tough line of work. You want me to draw you a picture?
No, it's okay, thanks.
Listen, Dr.
Ramsey.
Ramsey, I'm in a lot of pain here. It really hurts.
Well, I have to examine you before I can give you anything.
Fine. At least I know the John that did this to me looks worse than I do.
Have you fought back?
Oh, you bet. I'm used to guys that like to punch women around, but this guy really ticked me off.
How so?
He started slapping around my girlfriend's kid. I don't let anyone mess with kids.
Oh, you like kids?
I look out for them.
Well, listen, I'll get a chart started for you. Take a look at those ribs, and if they're really broken, then I'll prescribe something for the pain.
Just as long as you don't rat me out to the cops.
Do I look like that kind of guy?
You know, I think I could learn to like you.
Well, I spoke to Father Dillon.
And?
I assured him that I meant no offense, that of course he would always know more about Catholicism and Buddhism than I would ever know, and that I would be the last person on earth ever to question his accuracy again.
So is everything all right?
Was with me. I didn't even say a word when he made a reference to Prince Siddhartha's birthplace in Nepal.
Uh-oh.
Prince Siddhartha died in Nepal. Everyone knows that. He was born in Kapilavastu, just across the border from Nepal.
But couldn't you just let that one go?
I did. I told you I did. I didn't even say a word when he referred to the sacred bow as just a peepal tree.
Let me guess. That's wrong?
Well, it's not an uncommon error. You even see it in dictionaries. But no theologian worth his salt would ever refer to the sacred tree under which the Buddha was enlightened as just a peepal tree. But I didn't say a word. I nearly bit my tongue off, but I didn't say a word until he referred to the sage of the Shukras as Sakyamuni instead of Shukyamuni. I'm sorry, I lost it.
Oh, Victor!
Well, enough is enough. He made the Buddha sound like a pasta dish.
Well, at least we know for sure that Mary's church is out.
Well, I also spoke to another priest I know, a fellow I met in my bird-watching club, much more open-minded, but unfortunately he's leaving tonight for a conference in Florida.
What if a justice of the peace performed the ceremony?
No, Mary wants a religious ceremony. She's adamant about that.
Well, I do know a priest at the community counseling center. I can try and find him.
Well, that's a good idea, but where would we hold the ceremony?
Well, actually, I've narrowed it down. The Elks Club Lodge or the Port Charles roller rink. Well, they're the only places that weren't booked.
Unless it's a Catholic roller rink, I'm afraid it's out. I've been searching all over the web for wedding information, but all I could find is a couple of romantic wedding quotes.
That's the least I'll need to win Mary back after this fiasco.
Well, there is one here. I will love you as the hawk flies high in the blue sky. under a brilliant canopy of clouds.
That's beautiful. Underneath a canopy of clouds.
Victor, what if you and Mary got married outside? Under a canopy of clouds?
Monk, that's a positively inspired idea.
Excuse me. I hate to throw cold water on this, but Mary absolutely has her heart set on getting married in a religious environment.
Well, there's nothing more spiritual than nature.
Nothing except a church. What I need is a church outside. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's it. That's it.
Wait, where are you going?
Monk, Eve, you are both geniuses. If Mary and I were young enough to have more children, we'd name them all after the two of you.
Thank you. I do not understand how the airline could get the paperwork so screwed up.
It's bureaucratic foul-ups.
You know, it would have taken me twice as long to sort through it all if you hadn't been with me. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that it was any fun for you.
Any relationship worth its salt is about going through the bad as well as the good. Sit down. See, if I had remembered that when you were trying to tell me how important it was for you to take care of Sebastian, maybe we wouldn't be in this position.
You know, the only bad mistakes we make are the ones that we don't learn from. I learned a lot. And the important thing is, I know I love you. And I want to be with you.
I love you too.
Oh.
It's just a silly old bridesmaid's dress.
Oh, the dress is great, but with you in it, it's even better.
Thanks. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this wedding is actually going to happen. This is my first gig as a bridesmaid.
Well, this wedding means a lot to me, too. Not only do I get to stand up for my father, but I get to escort you down the aisle.
Oh, we do make a dashing couple, don't we?
We do.
Turn in. Oh,
whoops.
gosh, I'm...
You all right?
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm graceful. Not. Uh-oh. I think I ruined one of Victor's books.
Oh, no. This stuff is all beat up and old already. What's this?
What's wrong?
Well, this looks like some kind of a code.
And look at these. These are like old surveillance photos or something.
Yeah, very old. See how yellow they are? What would Victor be doing with these?
No peeking.
No.
Your eyes are closed.
I sure are.
All right. Careful. Not much further.
Okay.
Okay, and we're here.
Oh, my goodness. Where are we?
Underneath a canopy of clouds.
Oh, Victor. Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. It's so serene, so idyllic. How did you find this?
When I was bird watching months ago, I was so enchanted that I did some research, but it wasn't until today that I remembered what I'd learned. Let me show you this.
What?
Be careful.
Okay.
Look at this.
Oh, look, it's a cornerstone.
This is the site of the first Catholic church in the Port Charles area.
No.
The building was destroyed by a tornado more than 150 years ago, but for all intents and purposes, you could call this hallowed ground.
And you want to get married here?
That telephone call I made to Monk from the filling station on the way, he's found a priest who's willing to marry us.
Victor, you are the most inventive, romantic, albeit unorthodox person I have ever known. It would be a joy to marry you tomorrow, right here.
Julie, I have a little surprise for you.
Oh, you found a way to visit me?
Well, not yet, but I think I found a solution to our other problem.
You located Mary Poppins?
Well, not exactly, but I did find a young lady who loves kids, will work hard for money, and best of all, she knows how to keep her mouth shut.
Tomorrow on Good Morning America, the latest on the Georgia school shooting. Plus, baby Jesse survives 5 hours in a well. His mom and rescuers relive the pain and the triumph. That's tomorrow only on Good Morning America.